This is the Tom Bigby Tales, and I'm your host, Shannon Evans. I write about a small town in northeast Mississippi called Columbus, and sometimes I write about the rest of the state. This episode is about Captain James Banks, Jr., a life of naval service. James Banks was born on July 27, 1900 in Columbus, Mississippi at Bent Oaks Plantation. He came from a family with military history in its background. His grandfather was Colonel James O. Banks, who fought in the Confederate Army. As a young man, Banks attended Franklin Academy and Stephen D. Lee High School in his hometown. He then went on to study at the Tennessee Military Academy before graduating from Annapolis Naval Academy in 1925. After becoming an ensign, Banks worked his way up through the ranks, eventually becoming a captain in 1945. He served on many different ships, starting with the USS Detroit. He earned a master's degree in engine design from the University of California, and one of his ship designs won a special award for having excellent engineering. Captain Banks was known for not only being a skilled engineer, but also a skilled leader. During one emergency in Newfoundland in 1942, he received special praise for helping fight a fire. When he served on the USS Baltimore, during World War II, not a single crew member was hurt, despite being in many battles. Quote, after fitting out, the USS Baltimore CA-68 sailed for Hampton Roads on 17 June and proceeded up the Chesapeake to Annapolis. The USS Baltimore then carried out further gunnery exercises and training off the West Coast between 9 and 13 October. After standing out of San Diego Bay on the 16th of that month, she tarried briefly at San Francisco before proceeding independently to Pearl Harbor, where she arrived on the 29th. Reaching Pearl Harbor on 31 October, the USS Baltimore CA-68 exercised off Oahu with Calhoun, a DD-801, the Bancroft, DD-598, and a group of PT boats before returning to port on 7 November. Standing out of Hawaiian waters on Armistice Day, 1944, the heavy cruiser proceeded via Inuiatak to the Western Carolines and entered Ulithi Lagoon soon after. USS Baltimore CA-68 sortied from Ulithi on 10 December as a unit in the screen of TG-38.1 and protected that group's fast carriers as they hurled strikes against Japanese positions on Luzon between 14 and 16 December. Banks then traveled around the world on the USS Tappahannock and went through the Suez Canal 5 times in just 2 months. Tappahannock was originally laid as the SS Jorke, a tanker. The Tappahannock conducted vital fueling duties for the fleet as it pounded westward and northward against the Japanese Empire. Captain Banks earned many medals for his service, including an American Defense Service Medal, the American Campaign Medal, World War II Victory Medal, and 4 battle stars on his Asiatic Pacific Campaign Medal. James Banks is buried in Friendship Cemetery in Lot 4. He died of June 1871, aged 70. I want to thank you for coming on my podcast, The Tom Bigby Tales. Until next time.